YouTube, this is Cori. Welcome to my channel. We're calling this channel the Armored Lambs, and I was not thinking to make this channel, but God kind of derailed my life, and then the virus hit, and so I'm glad that you made it in today. And what I'm hoping to do with this channel, God impressed on my heart to do this, is that I hope to bring you encouragement and empowerment through God's Word. I'm hoping that you can get this Bible study that I have here, interactive Bible study. I've seen it on different channels of that they have Bible study, and it's a conversation that often goes on long and long and long type thing. And I haven't seen it where it's actually interacting with you, the viewer. And so I wanted to have that be the premise of it, my niche of having you actually participate in this Bible study. So I am going to go through a passage in sections and then break it down and then ask you, the viewer, to go into the comments and post what your reactions were to those comments that I made in this video. So next week I'm hoping to have it where I read said comments that you guys are putting up and then actually responding to them, and then we can go off of that. So it's kind of tailored to who actually is participating. So if you want me to talk about certain things in the passage, you are welcome to read ahead of it. I will give you the framework on what we're talking about, and then you can read ahead and you can put things in the comments. But these will have activities, and hopefully you feel enlightened and encouraged. So please press the subscribe and the notification button. So I'm trying to do this every week on Fridays, and so they will be uploading on Saturdays. And yeah, walk with me on this journey. So the first place that I'm starting is the Proverbs 31:10. So Proverbs 31:10, I know a lot of people know this off by heart, at least what it means. The Proverbs 31, woman, the noble wife of character. It's interesting because even when I look back at this chapter, I'm just like, oh, why? Why this? Why that type thing? But I didn't actually go in depth in it as I'm doing now. And so hopefully you guys will see what is different. So I have my Bible here, and let's get started. So Proverbs 31:10. So my version is the New International Version. I know that other people have the King James Version, so bear with me with the translations, okay? A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. So we're going to stop there. So automatically, this is the parable that people go to, and they say, if you are this woman, for ladies, or if you are a man, this is what you're looking for. And you can already see in the first passage that she's already, like, her name is praised, basically, because, to say that it's a comparison to rubies and such. Here's the thing. When we look at the Bible, not everybody does this, but this is how we're going to do it. So when we look at the Bible, we have to look at it in the cultural context of it. So if you don't know, this is the Old Testament. So there are the culture and norms that a woman's supposed to be doing. So a woman is supposed to be doing the housework, and you'll get to see that later on in this text. But I want to point out that for the man of this text, of this time, of this customs, especially the one that we're talking about in this one, her husband is rich. Let's just put that out there. Her husband is rich. He is a businessman. He is a person that makes connections. Hopefully you'll see that while we're going through it, but I need to put that in a framework so that we won't get confused when we're actually going to it, because if you look at it without those references, then you will think that there's something wrong with the text of like how God does things, how God sets it up, of what it's supposed to be like. So, first off, 10, it says that who can find? Okay, so she's treasured here, and her husband has full confidence in her, so he doesn't have to look over her shoulder to say like, are you doing this right? Do you need me to do this for you? A lot of times certain people, they think that when it's marriage, they're supposed to be doing stuff like attached at the hip type thing, and people are doing this in boyfriend and girlfriend. They're attached at the hip. They do all the things, activities together, and that's not how we're seeing this, because it already states her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. So she's she's a treasure if you find her, and then when you do have her, then she is something that she can do and make her own way. Now, this is also not to say that she's an independent woman, that she doesn't need no man. Like, that's not what it's saying here. It's saying that he admires her and he knows what her capabilities are. She knows what her limits are. So we're not getting that twisted there either. And it says, going on, it says, she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. So that means that she is not intending to trip him up or to stop their progression towards God's will because of the fact that she is in alignment with God. So I'm going to stop there with this first episode, and I'm going to ask you, so what do you predict, or what do you know of the Proverb 31 woman? Before we get into it, what is the assumption that you have? And a lot of people think that they know, but do they really know? So I just want to know if you know. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and you'll see me next week. Bye.